It's of demons, motherfucker.
Who the f are you?
Straight out of Hades! Crazy mother named Satan! Named Satan!
I had nothing to do with this.
You're in it.
What?
You're in it.
Straight out of Hades, dog! You see, the commode! That's where your face goes. And Satan is waiting to explode with the load. No one can save you, not even Bruce Wayne. And if you don't believe me, well, don't you ask Bane?
I'm the devil's reaper.
You know, I see these psychics. They're literally, you see them, the tarot readers are everywhere. I guarantee you, none of these motherfuckers ever laid out the entire deck. It was calling out to these cards, pricking their fingers, spilling their blood on the front and back, and really sealing that deck with their own essence. You know, you're gonna go use these cards and try and tell this person their future or something like this. But yeah, there's that deck. You didn't put your blood in the deck, on the deck. You didn't seal the deck with blood. You know, you're missing out on some sort of mythical thing here. It's that when I say the power's in the blood, it's not only to make an atonement for your filthy soul, but you could also do a lot of stuff. You can connect yourself with mythical forces that people don't even know exist.
The son of the devil.
Braun, Engel. Braun, Engel. I am the spirit.
I am the devil's reaper. I am here to claim you. Your life of murder and greed is over. You cannot escape us.
The angel of death is gonna find you. You now Felix need. The angel of death is gonna find you. You now Felix need.
You believe me now?
Never was it I. Yeah, is the workman. He who sees all, Asmodeus. Say to him that all sees through me. You who sees all, Asmodeus. Say to him that all sees through me.
You believe me now?
You're the father of lies. You're the one who taught your children about the tooth fairy, the Easter bunny, that they're floating on a ball through space as an accident, Santa Claus, and all kinds of crazy shit. For heaven's sake, you taught them they evolved from monkeys? You teach them all? Oh my God, you've never told your child a single truth.
Whenever you see the gold fringe flag, you know you are not under the law of the land. You're under the corporate maritime jurisdiction. So you look at the current president, Donald Trump. What was his slogan? Make America great again. But what is he running for? The office of the president of the United States. Two completely different things. He uses executive orders. Executive orders are not from the Constitution. Executive orders were created by Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln wrote the first executive order, Valentine's Day of 1862. There has never been a peace treaty to end the Civil War. The Civil War is still raging to this day. There's never been a peace treaty to end World War I or World War II, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Korea. They're all police actions. If you notice, again, sticking with the gold fringe flag, when Abraham Lincoln declared war on April 12th of 1861, he suspended the Constitution. And what did he do? He imported martial law, aka maritime law in many senses, where, in a sense of the word, where you're guilty until proven innocent. Okay? So he began to, rule with this in mind. He wrote Executive Order 001, Valentine's Day, 1862. Donald Trump wrote an executive order this week, I can only imagine, in line with the same military authority that Abraham Lincoln used to bypass the Constitution and do whatever he wants. If you'll notice, if you look at where Robert E. Lee surrendered to Ulysses S. Grant, he did it at a place called the Appomattox Courthouse. I used to wonder, why did they always throw that part in, the Appomattox Courthouse? I knew that as a child and through my adult life. And now you see it. When you go into a courtroom, You see the low-lying fence that divides the room approximately in half. That fence is about 3.5 feet tall. I've talked to hundreds of people. I say, what's the fence for? I've talked to attorneys. What's the fence for? And they have no clue. They think it's some kind of a physical barrier to keep you from approaching the judge. In reality, that is a division of two jurisdictions. When you walk in the room, you'd be under the law of the land. When you step through the gate, you've boarded a foreign vessel in dry dock under maritime jurisdiction, and there is the flag with the gold fringe. And when it's your word against the officer of the corporation, City of Green Bay, for an illegal U-turn that you made, who wins? Your word against the officer of the corporation. The officer always wins. And you sit there and say, hey, wait, I thought I was innocent until proven guilty. No, when you board the vessel, you are guilty till proven innocent. And you notice the flag in the room has the gold fringe. And there's a lot more to learn. Like there's an excellent man named Jordan Maxwell, goes into deep detail about the judge, how they sit on the bench, which is the bank. They wear the ecumenical robes of a priesthood. They worship Saturn. It gets a lot deeper than you think. But just on its surface, you're in this room, you're having a discussion, or you're trying to defend yourself over a claim that's been made against you, and you lose. And let me talk about that for a minute. When you are in your automobile, okay, first of all, you notice that the license that you use, it will say State of Wisconsin on it. Okay, if you look carefully, first it says Wisconsin at the top, but if you look at the hologram, it will say State of Wisconsin. Okay, State of Wisconsin is a corporation. It's issuing a permit, not to me, but to my legal person, to have permission to use the private shipping lanes under maritime jurisdiction. The automobile that I'm driving is actually a vessel. So you're in your vessel. You are the administrator or the chauffeur, so to speak, to your legal person. You make a U-turn. The officer of City of Green Bay pulls you over. First word out of their mouth is license. You show the license, which is a verbal contract. They then cite your legal person for a Wisconsin code violation. Not a broken law, but a broken code. Okay, let's say it's section 1502.4. They say, they flip it over and they sign here. Okay, it's not admission of guilt. Yeah, whatever. You sign. What are you doing? You're signing a contract. You are agreeing now to represent your legal person, okay, who the license was issued to represent your legal person where? Aboard the foreign vessel court, where then you're pronounced guilty, right? Every time. When it's your word against the officer of the corporation, you lose. Now, one more thing about in the court. You address the judge as what? Your Honor. Okay? Every attorney is called an esquire. And think about it. Where do you find these terms? Esquire. You find them in England. Okay? Esquire is a step below a knight and one level above a gentleman in British hierarchy.
In 1213, the Pope, he protested outwardly that he owned you, that even kings and queens are owned by the Pope. You could see it. It's on their crowns with the cross. You swear in a Bible, the Queen swears in a Bible, your president swears in a Bible. You think this is an accident. It tells you it clearly. 2 Corinthians 4:4. This is Satan's world. I don't take money, worship, or advice. I am the spear of destiny, the guardian of the grail. Everything by the book. All your leaders swear in a Bible. Tells you clearly this is my fucking universe. You need to pinprick your finger and place a drop of your blood over the words, I intend to bring forth heaven and earth for the benefit of all. You publish a short video beside my own under blood over intent on YouTube. It's very simple. There's no way to fuck this up.
Let me express some statement. Yes, we can. And you say.
The good guy is Satan. He's known as the supreme architect of the universe. This is all quotes. Who has promised that we shall never, never die.
And you think I'm crazy when I tell you that you're legally dead. You only summons the dead.
You must die.
What? Huh? What did you say?
Your birth certificate is bonding paper. It's showing you.
They steal your soul from you right at birth.
I know where the Holy Grail is. Is in where you'll on their way out. I know where the Holy Grail is. Is in where you'll on their way out.
Satan's got you the way out. I know where the exit is. Exit Earth through this gate.
Will you all against the flame? Kneel for the below. Save me now. Why name is exit Earth through this gate. I am Mr. Nelson. Thanks, release of me out. The angel of death is gonna find you, motherfucker.
You're off rhythm. We shall fix that. You'll see.
Jesus can see me. You're everyone can see me. You know nothing of selling on me.
Everything you know is the reverse of truth. I recommend that you get to my channel for truth immediately. If you are not familiar with this stuff, I always tell you to start out by going to your brain chart and looking at it. You'll see it. It says you have a reptilian core to your brain, which is responsible for fight or flight. With the slit in his eye. And this is right off the advertising, right on the street. See them? With the slit eyes? Inescapable, people. Your eyes don't look like that, but you still are a reptilian hybrid slave. You just can't detect it. Look at your brain chart. It says reptilian at your very core. Tony Blair, as you see here, he's got the reptilian snake eyes. Those of you who are not familiar with this stuff, I recommend you go look at your brain chart.
There's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain. Right? There's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain. Right? There's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain. Right? There's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain. Right?
Shut up, Pete. You're too messed up to know what you're saying. Too late for that. Pete, I need you to get onto the snowmobile right now.
Who the fuck are you? You sound like one of those James Bonds. This has something to do with the fucking eel, doesn't it? You're not.
Stop it! Stop it! I'll get him to help. Pete, tell him what he wants to know. Now, Pete, which way do I-95? I need to go to Massachusetts.
There's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain. Right?